Hello, welcome to Destiny Digits. This is the life path number 3 reading. There are already cards out on the table because I was recording, but my little one woke up. Instead of pushing pause, I pushed stopped. So I have to start over. So I'm going to run through these and then we'll keep going. So at the bottom of the Oracle deck, we had simplicity. And so I'm thinking that Spirit is saying that in your life currently, it's important to lessen the load, right? And so simplify your life. People, places, and things that are not growing with you or adding value. Consider where those relationships or connections are going. Beneath this simplicity, we have release, right? And so it's a picture of a tree with the seasons changing. And I feel like Spirit is saying that as you change, your surroundings must change, your relationships, your connections, your habits, your behaviors, those things also must change. And it's important to release the things that don't reflect the you that's growing, the you that you are growing into, right? Things serve a purpose during the time, but we don't want to hold on to things past their date of expiration. Next to release, we had Shaolin Master, be graceful in movement and action. And so as you release things, as you make these adjustments, I feel like the message here from Spirit is to move in silence as you grow, as you adjust, as you change, as you make decisions. It's not important for everybody to agree, understand, or to even offer feedback. So be very graceful and quiet as you make the necessary adjustments in your life. It's more important that everything resonates with you as opposed to everybody resonating with what you're doing and why you're doing it. Then we have diligence. And I feel like the message here is to practice the way you play. Show up, work hard, be consistent, focus, plan. The effort that you put in matters, right? It determines the type of outcome that is available and ready for you. And so Spirit is asking you to be diligent in your efforts, in your vision, in your perspective. Really see the growth even before it gets there, but definitely meet the growth by performing consistently. Next to diligence, we have protection, guardian, drop your shield. So I feel like whatever it is you're working towards or persevering, Spirit's letting you know you're protected. So you don't have to worry about doing your own protecting. Spirit is protecting you. And so if you are defensive, if you're guarded, if you have created a barrier around yourself, I feel like Spirit is saying it's okay to drop that barrier. Spirit has got you covered. It's more important for you to absorb the journey and pay attention to all the small, delightful moments taking place. So really be present. Don't be concerned or so concerned about harm coming to you in any kind of way. Spirit has got you. You are sacred to them and they have you covered. They can see things. They can respond on your behalf. What's more important is that you really focus on your mission, your goal, your desire. Then we have success. Like, what more is there, right? Success. Next to success, we have embrace the energy of peace. So when we're talking about peace here, I feel like this is about an inner peace, right? Whatever it is that, and we're talking about the threes here. Threes, you're happy, you're jovial. But if there was something that took place that has propelled you into this shift, into this newness, if there's something, I feel like the release, the simplicity, there are things that you need to shed off of you, right? And these are things that most likely reflect where you've been and not where you're going. And once you're able to accomplish that, in the way that Spirit has just asked and dictated, you will be able to restore a peace within you. So as a 3, you guys you're happy, but you have to be light. You know what I mean? You are sociable, like you are the party. Your presence matters, right? And it's harder for you to feel like being present and really being your full self if you're carrying a whole bunch of gook and yucky stuff from prior experiences. And so the success that you desire is really to get back to the best version of yourself. And so it will take the work that Spirit has laid out for us, but then the energy of peace will become available to you if it is not ready right now. And it is through simplifying in the ways that we've just talked about that we can get to that inner peace. Bottom of the deck, we have Peacekeeper. Let go of the need to be right. So whatever the situation it is that Spirit is asking you to simplify, or saying that simplicity is the way to life, I think Spirit is saying that if you are currently in conflict, it's okay to disagree. Like, agree to disagree, but don't let it ruffle your feathers, right? Be the peacekeeper. And keeping peace isn't about acknowledging a winner and a loser. It's just saying, I understood, it's acknowledging the position of each party, but not really determining, some type of standard or benefit that one party gets over the other. So be the peacekeeper. If that means that you have to allow someone else to be as wrong as two left shoes, then maybe you have to allow it. Maybe that's just necessary for the time, but don't carry burdens that are not yours. Sometimes maybe we do have to sit back and watch people make mistakes, even if we have been a form of wise counsel to them, right? But nonetheless, there is a situation that is somehow causing some type of conflict. And Spirit is saying, it's in this situation. Here we go. Drop your shields. The defense, the being guarded, the fight. It's not necessary in this moment. A Shaolin master is also a fighter, but there is no shield, and they fight with grace and silence. Like, they're very cunning and swift. And so Spirit is saying to release. So if there was resentment, animosity, or something that you have to release that took place, where there was a situation where you knew that you were right and somebody else had wronged you or was wrong in some kind of way, and maybe you have guarded yourself around that experience has shaped you to kind of package yourself in some way. Spirit is saying to let go of those things that have hardened you and that have blocked out that essence of life that you find so joyful and fun loving, right? So to get back to yourself, let go of the things that really don't matter, even if you are the beacon of wisdom in that situation. At the bottom of the tarot deck, we have the Star card. So this talks about hope and healing and faith and like just really rejuvenating. And so there was something that took away an aspect of you. There is something that you were trying to recover from, right? There absolutely is. And Spirit is saying, in order to recover, do less, not more. Do less, not more. We had 2 extra cards fall out. They were 4 of Wands, 9 of Pentacles. 4 of Wands, it could be it's a 4, so it talks about stability, responsibility, building, commitment. And so this could have been a relationship, or this could have been something that you were a part of that you built with others, alongside others that you were a part of. And then we have 9 of Pentacles. So Spirit is saying, remember, these are extra. So this could be saying stability is yours, and so is prosperity, right? Independence. Stability and independence are yours. But first, let's heal. Okay? So we'll put those off to the side. So in the center, we have the 7 of Cups. So this is a card about making choices. This is about, thinking about all the things that speak to your heart, all the different possibilities that you have, right? But, these cups are illusions. So they're not like choices that they're not tangible yet. There's you have to take them and then you have to do something with them. So this is kind of like just this is like introspection. This is all happening in the mind about things that we would love to do, pursue, or see happen in our life, right? And this is coming with the 3 of Wands, which is really envisioning what should come. This is the work I put out. This is a plan I put out in my life. And now this is what I'm expecting to see, right? So it takes diligence to even expect to see something come back. But I think that Spirit is saying, and then we have the Queen of Pentacles. This is an energy of abundance. This is a trustworthy energy, something, you can trust this Queen, um, because she knows how to bring value to things. She can take a very little, she can make it a lot, right? But she can also keep things beautiful. She's consistent, she's stable. So when we're talking about diligence, we're talking about possibly building some form of wealth for ourselves, right? Or just being financially independent and stable. And Spirit is saying, you're thinking about doing many things. You have many options, you have many possibilities. But in the end, whatever you choose, it has to be something that you can do consistently. It has to be something that you love, something that you enjoy. So choose what is sacred to you, right? As we make this adjustment in our life, as we heal, as we become born again, as we learn to work with what has been and what will be, there's an approach that we have to take, right? And so Spirit is saying, one, you have to be diligent. You have to put in the effort. You have to see what it is you want, and you have to be willing to wake up and go after it each day. And then Spirit is also reminding you that as you are on this journey, as you are pursuing whatever your heart desires, and as you seek to be able to manifest and create this type of abundance for yourself, you have to be open with life, right? So all those shields that you built around yourself based on failed opportunities and dreams that seem to slip away, Spirit is saying, break down those barriers. Spirit has you. You're protected. We are doing all the dirty work so that you can dream and create whatever it is you desire. Right? And as you heal, it's hard to heal and defend. So in order to be true to the art of healing, you have to release the defenses. It's just necessary. And if that is the work that is required, then that's the work you have to put in on behalf of yourself. Beneath this Three of Wands, we have the Six of Cups. So this talks about a past energy, right? So there is a possible connection in the past, right? That you were involved in. And it was an energy that you took a leap. You took a leap of faith. We have the Fool card here, and they're leaping towards this. So maybe there was an energy of the past. Now, it could have been a past life. It could be somebody that you used to be with. It doesn't matter. But there was a situation that has already taken place in your life that you leaped into thinking that it was everything that you desired, right? You had hope, you had faith. It was something that you were committed to, something that you protected, you were protective over. But yet behind this Fool, there was something hidden, something unknown, right? So I feel like we almost took a leap into some form of darkness, right? And, Spirit is saying, embrace the energy of peace. And so if there is a situation from your past that somehow disturbed the inner chemistry of you because of something hidden, because of something you didn't know, maybe you would have chose differently if everything was available to you. But nonetheless, this leap of faith, this jump into the unknown with this person, or that you thought you knew, or this experience that you thought was secure in some way, this was necessary to grow you. Now, it didn't feel good, but if we're learning how to simplify our life, and if we're learning how to heal and how to recover, we have to go through situations that force us to do those things in order to strengthen and to become good at them. You know what I mean? And so Spirit is saying, like, this situation is a success. Oddly enough, it is, because it taught you things, right? And so you could have been in a situation that you thought was beautiful and prosperous and abundant, and you thought that, it was a choice that led you to some type of prosperity, but something was hidden. Something was hidden, and yeah. You realize that something was not right. And so this is where we get that energy of pushing and really taking charge for truth, standing up for what's right. And so when Spirit says peacekeeper, let go of the need to be right, sometimes it's hard when you know that someone has wronged you, or someone is like stubbornly standing, in some form of dishonesty and like not caring, right? And so this situation was about you understanding how to work with your own energy. And sometimes you need people to throw you off in order to understand how to recover, because that's learning, that's teaching you something about yourself. So maybe there was a person that played a role in your life, and that role was to teach you how to become abundant with creating and manifesting in your own life, right? And maybe you had to lose. Maybe you had to be promised something that really wasn't even true, right? Maybe you invested in something with someone that you trusted or you felt you knew, but it turned out that this was a flop, right? Maybe this person saw me as was an opportunist. Maybe they saw me as someone that they can kind of leech or feed off of. But nonetheless, here I am in this position where I have to recreate. I was in this fool's energy. I took a leap of faith. I jumped into something, but there were some things I didn't know, right? And listen, the fool's energy, that is literally how we should show up every day to life. So never stop being that person that isn't afraid to go for what they want. No matter the outcome, always go for what you want, because you need that in order to grow. You need to always have that fearlessness. It's when we start to put up these boundaries and become defensive, that we stay stuck in certain situations, because we got to guard this fort, but we also can't move or leave, which means we can't grow and go to new heights and new places. So the fool's energy is always a beautiful thing. Of course, when we take that jump into something that we were not prepared for, it becomes very uncomfortable. But nonetheless, we want to keep that energy of going for things. So there may be a person from your past that you have to somehow make peace with, even if you were the one who was right. But whether the peace is available to you or not, Spirit is saying, I think you need to release this conflict. Whatever the situation is, you need to release it. Okay? You need to release it. And be graceful, right? Be graceful in how you choose to move forward. Above this 3 of Wands, we have the 8 of Wands, which talks about momentum, possible communication, travel. It just talks about energy, propelling, moving fast moving energy. And so you were envisioning something, and this something could be coming towards you fast. And so we have the 7 of Wands, which is defensive. So as something is brought into our awareness, our first reaction may be to defend ourselves, to stand our ground. And then we have this Knight of Swords, which is like, full steam ahead, charging for truth, clarity, like, you know what I mean? Seeking the truth, pursuing the truth, leading and living by truth. This is like someone on a mission to just, rid life of all things false. But if we're talking about simplifying ourselves energetically in order to move forward, 7 of Wands, like, that's not a simple energy. That's, you got 6 wands defending you, and then you got the one you're carrying. That's a lot to manage, right? And so this is where Spirit is saying, don't worry about being on guard. Just be graceful. So drop this wand, relax yourself, and realize that even if you do nothing, you are protected, right? In this situation, you may not have to defend your choices. You may not have to, because listen, if you take a leap of faith into something that you believe to be worthwhile, and you realize that this is something that ended up feeling like a battle or war or something that you had to protect yourself against. So you go from this fool to this person that needs all this protection because you're involved in something or with someone that wasn't forthcoming, right? And so now you're on this mission to like chop down all things untrue. You want to reveal the truth. You want, you know what I mean? Like it's integrity or it's nothing at all. And so as you push forward, I think Spirit is saying do it with grace, right? If this is a situation where you have to release someone, a person, a place, or thing, then release it. You don't have to defend yourself against it. And your defense may not look like the Seven of Wands. It should be graceful. It should be moving in silence. It should just be releasing things and letting things go, even if there's no closure, even if you never tell anyone. It looks like you literally growing and morphing into this new person. In front of everyone's eyes, you're doing this, but you're doing it so silently and quietly within that they're not even recognizing. And then it's like, bam, one day it's like, wait, who are you? When did this happen? Right? And you've just been slowly just refining yourself, fine tuning, growing, maturing, expanding, right? And so in order to do those things and to be this star, in order to be born again into what it is you were supposed to become after certain situations go left, you have to do it. This person is totally naked. You want to talk about simplicity? This is no clothes at all. So we're talking about lighten a load. This is like stripping yourself naked, right? Getting rid of everything, getting rid of it all and beginning again. Understanding how to work with your emotion, understanding how to use your emotion to nourish the things that you want to see grow in your life, right? This is about you preparing to take flight, but you can't be carrying a whole bunch of stuff as you do it. So whatever you choose something that you love, choose something that you cherish, choose something, like choose the choices you make. Remember, we're talking about threes, sometimes can struggle with superficialness. The choices you make need to be choices that bring added value to your life, things that you can grow, nurture, things that you can become abundant with, right? And not all people are on that bandwagon with you. Not all places support the best version of you. Not all things, habits, and behaviors can go with you as you grow. And so success is yours. It will take your consistent work. And as you release things and simplify your life, the healing, the star that you are is, it will become apparent. And remember, these were the two extra cards we had. The Four of Wands, which is like stability, building something beautiful, something worthwhile for others to see. This Four of Wands comes after this three. So as you're waiting for your ships to come in, here it is. This is this four. This is this stable creation, this thing that has promise for the future. And then this Nine of Pentacles, this is like being financially independent, right? And so as a three, you're very creative, very artistic. So if there's something that you want to focus your energy on, if you want to focus on building yourself into this Nine of Pentacles, into this person that is fruitful, that's abundant, that's wise, that has things to share, to teach, and to tell people. That's what experiences are for in life. They're all teachers. They're all lessons. They teach us more about who we are. I had a few extra cards come out from the other Oracle deck, and I just saved them just in case at the end we found them to be relevant. We have High Priestess, harness mystic power, and Summer, bask in joy and light. That is literally a three. Just fun loving, loves to have a good time, loves social events, loves talking to people. They're chameleons. So when we're talking about Shaolin Master and it talks about harness your mystic power, I feel like there is a force within you that you can use, um, that you need to tap into as you are kind of rebirthing yourself and really choosing this next phase of life for you, what it looks like, what it feels like, what I desire, what I don't, what people, places, and things I never want to do again. I feel like Spirit is saying that there's something within you that you can tap into you to help you as you make these changes. And then the bask in joy and light, simple, simple. There's a honey bee on this card. And there's a saying, I'm not going to get it right, but I think it says you can get more bears with honey, or you can get more. And I feel like Spirit is saying, sometimes by being sweeter, you can get what you want. And so when we're talking about this idea of being a peacekeeper and, letting battles go, even if we are right, sometimes just by being sweet and kind, you win. Um, the other energy, the other person just submits to your softness, right? And then the battle is no more important. But nonetheless, when somebody has done us wrong or hidden something from us or made us think that something was true that wasn't, we want to see justice. Um, but whatever comes for you next is something beautiful. And this is about realizing and kind of cleaning yourself up again after being through whatever this situation was, right? Realizing that you no longer have to defend yourself. Spirit has got you. Just focus on your work. Focus on what it is you want to see. Focus on what it is you want to create. The choices you make really need to reflect who you're becoming and not where you were. So everybody can't come with you, right? And this truth, this conviction, this power, these principles that you use to guide your life, um, are what you can count on to bring you to keep the joy and the love and the happiness consistent and flowing and coming towards you, right? So allow that to be your strength. All right, threes, I hope this was beneficial. Thank you so much for stopping by. Take care.